Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. But before we start, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever started a work or something new, but all of a sudden you lose momentum and you give up halfway? Well, today's video will be addressing that issue because today's video will be talking about consistency. So consistency is the key to achieving success. It's what helps us build habits, develop skills, and make progress toward our goal. You see, consistency isn't just about achieving success. It's also about building character. When we are consistent, we demonstrate our commitment, discipline, and perseverance. And those are essential qualities for achieving success in any area of our life. Why stopping now can be a major setback. Remember, our topic today is consistency, or is largely on consistency, but we're also looking at why stop now. So why is it so hard to maintain consistency? One good reason is that we often underestimate the power of small actions. We think missing one day or 1 week will make a lot of difference, but the truth is consistency is about making progress no matter how small. Because when we stop, we're not just giving up on our goals, we're giving up on ourselves. We are saying that we're not capable of achieving what we have set to do, and that can be a major setback. Why stop now when you have come this far? Why stop now when you have so much potential to achieve more? Why stop when you're on a roll? Why stop now when you're so close to achieving your goals? Why stop when you can continue to learn and grow? Stopping now can also lead us to feeling discouraged and frustrated. We begin to doubt our abilities and question our decision, and that can be a very difficult cycle to break. I'll give you an example of a time where I almost fell out. A good example was Wednesday, I think Wednesday last week. I was out to carry out a duty, and I was carrying this really heavy load, and I was supposed to look for a transport service to help me go. But I was like, it's not so heavy. So I said, okay, let me just carry it. So I was carrying it, it was light at first, but over time it began to get heavy. So I got to a point where I was halfway around the journey that if I actually paid the transport service, it'd be cheating to myself. So I told myself, Joshua, just take one step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. And instead of focusing on the long distance that I had to cover, I decided to focus on just one step at a time, motivating myself to take just one more step. Take just one more step. And before I knew it, I was at the place that I was supposed to drop the load. So you see, there are different ways to help cultivate consistency. And the good way is to set a clear goal. For me, I set a clear goal of just one step at a time. Yes, you may have a long-term goal of achieving one or two things, but let your steps be clear. What do you want to achieve? Make sure your goals are SMART. SMART as in specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Make sure your goals are SMART. After setting your clear goal, after making sure that it's SMART, the next thing you're supposed to do is create a schedule. Plan out your day, your week, your month. Make sure you have a clear plan on how to achieve your goal. Alright, I'll give a good example. I want to get buff in 30 days, but I go to work. So how do I get buff in 30 days? I mean, I go to work, I can't stop work just to gym. So now I have to plan out my day. Okay, in a day I take 3 hours, 2-3 hours to gym, but I can't do that every day. It's okay. In a week, I'm going to do that 3 times. Then I plan out my week. I borrow out my calendar. I put Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to gym for 3 hours, and I'm going to do that for 1 month. So now you have a schedule. You need to track your progress. Keep track of your progress. Keep a journal, keep a spreadsheet, or an app that monitors your progress. This will enable you to be consistent. For me, while I was gymming, a good app that I could use was Home Workout. It told me, okay, it's time to go gym. This is what you're supposed to work on today. This is the amount of progress you have done. It enabled me to be more consistent. When I was in financial mentorship, I had a mentor where he gave us what we call there was this spreadsheet called Money Tracker. So money tracker, you slot in the amount of money that you do per month, per day, and your budget for the month, what you want to achieve, how much you want to save, how much you want to use to give tithe. So it enabled us to be wiser financially. I also had a friend in accounting that he taught me how to create my own ledgers, because one of the things that I wanted to get very good at was financial intelligence. We'll have a video on that topic at another time, was financial intelligence. So he taught me how to track my process, how to track the amount of money I spend per day, how to track the amount of money that I spend in a month, how to keep all those records. So it enabled me to monitor my progress. One of the hardest things to do is being consistent, but it's not impossible. Remember, consistency is a muscle that you have to exercise. It's a muscle you have to keep tampering. It's like gold. You can't just throw the gold into fire and it will melt. You have to keep tempering it. You have to keep removing the impurities little by little, little by little, and eventually you get a very pure ore of gold. Remember, consistency is a muscle you have to exercise, and this is done using small action. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to cultivate consistency and keep moving forward even when the going gets tough. Remember, why stop now when you can keep pushing forward and achieve your goals? I remain Asimota, your host. Thank you once more for joining. Please do like, share and subscribe, and comment below on what value you got from this lesson.